Welcome to a presentation of highlights from the Worcester County Public Schools 2018 Parents Survey. The Parents Survey was administered in an online format for the fourth year in a row using SurveyMonkey. The survey window opened November 1st and lasted through the 20th, which was purposely inclusive of American Education Week. Many schools leveraged American Education Week events and visits to generate greater participation. Participation this year surged with 1,913 total responses, which represents 52.3% of households in our school system. That's a year-to-year increase of 10 percentage points. The survey was accessible from any computer or mobile device, once again allowing parents to complete the survey at their convenience using a device of their preference. This year, the amount of respondents completing the survey on a mobile device also increased, with over 74% of surveys completed using a mobile device, nearly a 10% hike over last year. It is important to note, however, that to accommodate families that have limited or no internet access, schools were able to provide hard copies of the survey for their completion as well. The Parents Survey gauged satisfaction through the use of a weighted Likert rating scale. Favorability percentages were calculated using responses of satisfactory or higher. Responses indicating not applicable or service not utilized were omitted from favorability calculations. Nearly all instructional programs received a favorability rating of 95% or higher. World Languages remains at a 90.4% favorability rate. Parents were also given the opportunity to elaborate on their selections through an open-ended question. Out of 369 responses, the majority, for the fourth year in a row, asked for an expansion of world languages to earlier grade levels. Additional responses indicated a desire for a more well-rounded curriculum for students, with more time spent in science, social studies, and special areas like music and art. Respondents also indicated high levels of satisfaction with the availability of instructional materials, such as digital devices, textbooks, media, lab and AV equipment. Favorability for these categories ranged from 95 to 98%. In the supplemental programs category, after-school and extended day programs both received favorability ratings of higher than 95%. Extracurricular activities followed with 93%, and athletic programs dipped 3 percentage points from last year to 87%. Parents were also given the opportunity to suggest additional supplemental programs through another open-ended question. For the fourth year in a row, the top write-in from respondents was the addition of middle school athletic programs, followed by comments centered around enhancing and varying after-school program offerings. Support services such as meal programs, guidance counseling, health, and transportation all received high ratings of 90% or above. Health services increased to a 99% favorability rating, and food services saw an uptick as well, as the breakfast program received a 94% rating and 90% rating for the lunch program. Transportation services saw a slight dip in favorability but still remains very high at 93%. Overall, school grounds and facilities also continue to receive high marks in this year's survey. Two areas that saw slight decreases from last year are classroom space availability at 89%, and playground areas at 90%. Parking areas, driveways, and sidewalks remained flat from last year at 90%, and all other measures received favorability ratings of 95% or higher. Survey respondents were asked to rank in order of importance 7 identified budget priorities. Results closely mirrored the priorities of prior years, with small class sizes and high-quality instruction listed as the top priorities. It's important to note that the top 5 priorities listed here were incredibly close in the weighted rank analysis. Survey respondents also had the opportunity to write in what priorities outside of those in the ranking listings that they felt were important to include in the FY 2020 school system budget. Analysis of the open-ended responses indicated that a top priority for parents is school safety, which also included mental health resources. Close behind was resources for special education support, various capital improvement projects across the county, additional offerings of extracurricular programs, and a strengthening of arts and music offerings both during school and in after-school settings. The executive report of the 2018 Parent Survey results, as provided to the Board of Education this evening, will be posted to our website, www.worcesterk12.org, this week. Thank you.